Hello guys. So in this session, we are uh, configuring the source NAT and destination NAT in Cisco FMC. So let's try configuring this one. So I'll just first show you the test lab PC which we used in previous sessions in configuring the HA part and the other network interface part. So this is the test PC. Okay. Okay, this is the test PC. So I'll just first browse FMC GUI. Okay, so its IP is 10.10.10. So, so its login is okay. So it's saying that it is unable to authorize it. Let me try once again. Okay, so now I'm logged in. So this is the information for the failed login attempts. Okay, first I need to configure the interface for my WAN interface. So I'll just assume um, one of the subnet as an WAN interface, which is directly connected to my upstream router. I'll just take one of the IPs and I'll just assume it as an WAN IP. Okay, so for this one, okay, I'll just assume gigabit Ethernet 0/0 as an WAN interface. Let's keep it as WAN enabled, and for this mode, known will be okay. And security zone, this zone will be on trust or WAN zone. Okay, is okay, and I'll just keep the IP 172.16.0.2. Okay, and its subnet is /24. So IPv6 or hardware configuration. Okay, general on. Okay, okay, I need to just save this configuration. Okay, I think there is one pending task. Okay, the virtual router will be global. I'll not differentiate the router here, virtual router here. I'll just assign it as an global. Okay, one is finished. So now I'll deploy this. So I just need to check from the CLI also. So until then, I'll just make access to CLI. So it is in progress. Until then, let's log in through CLI. So okay, so now I have built up a new VM since my Windows XP was not working properly. So I just configured Windows 10 test PC to configure the FMC. So in previous session we were configuring the interfaces. Okay, so this is the WAN interface. This one IP I have taken from my upstream router. So I need to just uh, give a default route from this device to my upstream router. So I'll just configure the LAN interface first, and I'll configure the routing part later. Okay, I'll just keep this as an LAN. The option is enabled, and the security zone would be LAN zone, and this is all fine. The IP address for this IP address I'll as 1/24. This will be fine. Okay, okay. Similarly, I'll configure the routing. The device is still uh, slow, so I'm getting issues while configuring, and the deployment part is quite slow. So hold on. So the interface is being updated. I'll just save this one, and deployment part will do uh, later after configuring the uh, routing part. So routing. Okay, static routing. M is here. Okay, the console. So static routing. I think I'm already in this tab. So add route, and the interface would be the WAN interface. I'll just choose network as any IPv4. That one is I want to give a default route, and the gateway I think I haven't configured, so I need to configure. So upstream gateway, or in case of public IP, so there might be ISP gateway, the IP provided by our ISP end. 16.0.54. This is the gateway in my upstream router. Okay, the metric will leave it as an default. So okay, the default route is configured now. Okay, save. Okay, so what we configured is just configure the WAN interface and the LAN interface and created the default route so that we can access the internet from FMC, and I'll be configuring the source NAT and destination NAT respectively. This is the WAN interface, this is the LAN interface. Okay, now I'll deploy the configuration. Okay, deployment part. Okay, there is pending configuration. So deployment might take a few minutes, so until then, I might pause the video. Okay, it is 5% now. Okay, so it is 83%. So until then, I'll just log in the CLI. The primary device is 1010. Okay, sorry, there is some mistake. Okay, it's 1010. Okay. Yes. System port diagnostic CLI. Okay, I'm in X mode. So this command. Okay, this is the show interface tab. So I'll just verify the deployment. So okay, deployment has been completed. So now ping 7 to 16.0.54. So I'll just verify with the internet. So I'll just ping the Cloudflare DNS. Okay, so now our WAN interface is able to reach the internet. So similarly, by this one, okay, so it is working fine. So now I'll just configure the IP address in my Ethernet adapter. So I have two Ethernet adapter. This test lab. Okay, so this one is configured with the management interface IP. So I'll configure this one as in 100. Okay, 100. 25 100. Okay, I'll just keep this as. So now we'll not be able to. Okay. Will not be able to browse the internet since I haven't configured any NAT policies and access rules. I'll just verify whether the gateway is pingable from this PC or not. Okay, it is fine. The gateway is working. So now we'll work in NAT policy. Okay, so since the device is in passive mode, so we're getting that is okay. So policy device NAT. So first we'll configure the source NAT. Okay, so just state the NAT policy. So NAT policy. So let's deploy in FTTDC policies, save, and under it we'll configure the NAT. This okay, add rule. For this, let's create as auto NAT rule. Similarly, the dynamic source. Okay, this one as and as source objects and Ontros as destination interface object. Translation would be the PC's IPs. So keep it as PMPC. IP is 10, 100. Okay, we don't require slash save. And similarly, to test PMPC, and this would be destination interface IP. So it will just take the value as destination interface object, that is the untrust. So we can also assign a full range of IP address zone IP. Don't require anything else here. So this is the NAT policy. Okay, so I'll save this one, and another one we require is the access policy, access control policy. That is okay. I've already configured the FTT policy, so I think I need to add the extra policy here. Okay, there is no such policy. Sorry, rule. Okay, pass the screen. Okay, name would be internet access LAN. Allow action would be allow. Zone would be LAN to destination zone. This one. Look would be uh, test PMPC. Add to source networks, and I'll just keep any as an destination. In tag we don't require any users. Application would be any for now. I'll not give any filter here. So now add the policy. Okay, so there is any contrast. Let me verify once. Source network. Okay, source network is test PM. Type is here, and all other is any. Save. rule is saved. Now I'll deploy the NAT policy and uh, access rule. Okay. So let's deploy. So it might take some time. Okay, it is in progress now. Okay, so the deployment has been configured. Sorry, completed. First, verify once. So okay, so deployment has been configured. Completed successfully. Yeah. So we can see here the internet is already accessible. I'll just try browsing or ping. Okay, so I think there is some issue with DNS. Okay, now it's let's check it as no why it is slow. So I've configured this localhost so that I can configure the dNAT, and I'll be accessing this the services inside the localhost from my outside network. So I'll configure the dNAT after this sNAT completion. Not working. Being okay, working now. It is fine now. We are now able to access. So similarly, I'll now configure the dNAT. So for this, I need to again go to NAT policy. I'll move to global section, and now what I need is add rule. So again the auto NAT rule. So interface would be for source this time it would be contrast to line. Okay, and the translation we're going to do is we'll just keep source as any. I think there is any or something. Yes, so well, let me verify once. Okay, so to manage NAT here. So static. Okay, and the source would be any here, and the destination would be the IP itself. So okay, uh, any IP at this one. So up this, I'll just skip this one. Okay, fine here. The destination would be this one. Test. Okay, okay, sorry. Up this one, and the original source would be default any. I'll just skip this one, and destination port would be uh, I'll just skip this address. Translated source would be default. Well, I'll just translate it in the test. So let's skip this test, and I'll just portion. So let's okay. Let me verify once. Okay, so I'll just browse the localhost using 8080 from outside. Currently, it is running on 80 port. Okay, so the IP getting for browsing. Okay, uh, for this I'll give service port as E80. Port would be fine. And the translation destination is, and it's it would be 80. That is STT. Fine. Okay, now source as first time. Verify once. Then So I'll use another IP address. One IP for laptop. So this will be fine. So I'll just use source interface IP, that is interface and verifier. Don't trust source. Okay. Saving. The remaining part is so I'll now create the policy. Control add rule. The public web strike. Okay, below rule. The source zone. Sorry, to add this one in my PC. It's slow. So I have to just okay, this is fine. Network would be any source zone and that is just sorry. This would be FSIP. Is this PC? Okay, we find the applet for now. Just keep port for now. That is destination. Okay, fine. Okay, save. And now I'll deploy this one. So until then, I'll just pick the sNAT slave policy. there is translated its source and again now deployment has been completed. I'll just verify with the application. We go on port is I need to check once policy. So okay, sorry, there is some. I need to give access to HTTP in Destiny. This would be 80. I think I just gave 80. Just it had to okay, so now it is completed. Okay, it's fine. So that policy is also fine here. So what we did is also once again. We have the zone would be on trust, that is external zone to LAN, and the original source, since the application can be browsed from any sources is any, and similarly original destination interface is because we are using as interface IP address to browse externally, and the externally we are browsing through 8080 port, and that will be translated to port the IP of 10 100 and 100. Okay, so this is the IP. Okay, localhost we're able to browse the application 800. Okay, we are able to browse to internal IP, mechanism internal IP, and this one is the external IP we are browsing. This is the NAT policy. Similarly, okay, so similarly, my PC is too slow. Okay, the same one. If object contrast to LAN, the in translation phase. So the source is any destination source interface IP. The externally exposed port is 80, and the in translated source will keep it as an default, and the translated destination would be the internal IP of PC. Its IP port is fine. Now I'll just use the policies. How does it work? Okay, this is the policy. Same thing here. Okay. Policy is source zone would be on and the destination line. Similarly, and in network section, so section, so source IP would be any, the destination would be the general IP of the server itself. The port would be the port would be 80. That is the server side. Since we have created the NAT policy, 8080 would translate it to the 80. So we don't have to expose the 8080 from outside, since the outside source IP address would reach to the 8080, and it will then translate the packet to the port. So now we are able to browse from the outside network. So this much for the session of source destination. I'll be creating further videos regarding other configuration. Till then, thank you.